Hey everyone! Did you know that cervical cancer is one of the most preventable cancers out there? Yet, thousands of women are diagnosed every year. The good news? With the right knowledge and action, we can change that. Today, I'm sharing everything you need to know about cervical cancer, what it is, how to prevent it, and why early detection could save your life. Let's dive in. What is cervical cancer? Cervical cancer occurs in the cells of the cervix, which is the lower part of the uterus that connects to the vagina. It's most often caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV, which is a common virus transmitted through sexual contact. While HPV is incredibly common, not all cases lead to cancer, but certain strains do increase the risk. The important thing to remember is that cervical cancer is preventable and treatable, especially when caught early. So let's talk about how you can protect yourself. What are the signs and symptoms? In its early stages, cervical cancer often has no symptoms, which is why regular screenings are so important. But as it progresses, you might notice things like abnormal vaginal bleeding, after sex, between periods, or after menopause, unusual discharge, or pelvic pain. If you experience any of these, don't ignore them. Talk to your doctor right away. Remember, your health is worth prioritizing. And if you're finding this information helpful, don't forget to give this video a like, share it with the women in your life, and subscribe for more life-saving tips. Let's spread awareness together. Prevention is key. Here's the good news. Cervical cancer is largely preventable. First, there's the HPV vaccine. It's recommended for girls and boys as early as age 9, but it's also available for adults up to age 45. The vaccine protects against the most dangerous strains of HPV, significantly reducing your risk. Next, regular screenings are a must. Pap smears and HPV tests can detect abnormal cells before they turn into cancer. Most women should start getting pap smears at age 21 and continue every 3 to 5 years, depending on their age and health history. And don't forget lifestyle changes. Quitting smoking, practicing safe sex, and maintaining a strong immune system can all lower your risk. What are the treatment options? If cervical cancer is detected, there are effective treatments available. Early-stage cancer can often be treated with surgery, radiation, or chemotherapy. For more advanced cases, targeted therapies and immunotherapy are showing promising results. The key is early detection, so don't skip those screenings. Myths versus facts. Let's clear up some common myths about cervical cancer. Myth number 1, only older women get cervical cancer. Fact, while it's more common in women over 30, younger women can be affected too. Myth number 2, if I don't have symptoms, I'm fine. Fact, cervical cancer often has no symptoms in its early stages, which is why screenings are so important. And myth number 3, the HPV vaccine is unsafe. Fact, the HPV vaccine is thoroughly tested and has been proven to be safe and effective. Now, let's listen to Jasmine's story as narrated by her on the CDC website.
I was living my best life in my 20s. I had a bachelorette pad and threw parties every weekend with my friends. I was also an entrepreneur running a business with my mom and making sure to stay active and healthy. I was so proud of where I was at the point in my life. I felt invincible, but still knew it was important to keep up with regular appointments and cervical cancer screenings. I've lost several family members to cancer, including my great-grandmother and grandmother. Since I knew I had a family history of cancer, I was motivated to stay up to date on my doctor appointments and regular screenings. I was in my car when I got the call. I saw my doctor's name pop up on the caller ID, and I knew something was wrong before I even answered. I was shocked when he told me I had an abnormal pap smear test and precancerous cells. In those immediate moments, I totally blanked out and only heard bits and pieces. It was like all the sound in the world faded out. Of course, the first thing I did was call my mom. They were so calm and encouraged me to talk to my doctor about my options and move through the steps. Many questions raced through my mind about these next steps, but one thing that I was focused on was my fertility. Will I be able to have children? In hindsight, if I could go back to the woman in the car answering that call, I would tell her to relax and that she has an amazing support system and is going to get through this. I would also tell her to take everything one step at a time and not jump to conclusions. I formed a great relationship with my doctors, telling them everything about my family history and my concerns and fears. I tried my best to focus on the solution and not to dwell on the unknown. Together with my care team, we decided the best path for me was to have a LEAP procedure done to remove the precancerous cells. Just 1 year after the procedure, I gave birth to my son Isaiah. If I hadn't been staying up to date with screenings, catching the precancerous cells, and getting early treatment, I know I may not have the quality of life I have today and may not be able to spend as much time with my son. My message to anyone who may be behind on screenings is simple: get caught up and try not to put things off. I think that telling these stories can be therapeutic, but also could set an example and encourage more people to connect to care. I firmly believe that being able to make choices about your health gives you a sense of power. I want everyone to know how easy and important these screenings are, and that cervical cancer is preventable.
Ladies, your health is in your hands. If you haven't already, schedule a screening or talk to your doctor about the HPV vaccine. And please, share this video with your friends, sisters, mums, and daughters. Together, we can spread awareness and save lives. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to this channel for more health tips and life-saving information. Remember, knowledge is power, and together we can make a difference. See you in the next video.